Good morning, students. So today I am going to explain the graphical method. Within this topic I am going to take up the three different cases of the graphical method. The first case I am going to take up is graphs of equation having unique solution. So let us take one question here. Solve graphically the system of linear equations x plus 2y equal to 3 and 4x plus 3y equal to 2. Now how we are going to solve it? So look at that here. So first x plus 2y equal to 3. We will make y as the subject, that is y equal to 3 minus x by 2. Then we are going to make a table of x and y. If we put the value of x as minus 3 here, we get the answer of y as 3. If we put minus 1, then y is 2. If we put x as 1, y is coming as 1. In the same way, the second equation was 4x plus 3y equal to 2. And if I make y as a subject, it is going to give me y equal to 2 minus 4x by 3. Again, we are going to make the table of the second equation. If I put the value of x as minus 4, y is coming to be 6. X as minus 1, then y is 2. And x as 2, then y will be coming as minus 2. Now with the help of these two tables, we are going to plot the graph of the given equations. When we draw the graph of the two equations, the graph will be of this nature, that is, they will intersect each other at a point. The point where they are going to intersect will be known as the solution of the given pair of linear equation. Now coming to the conditions. In this, a1 is 1, b1 is 2, c1 is minus 3, a2 is 4, b2 is 3, c2 is minus 2. So in the case of unique solution, the condition was a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. And if you look at here, this condition has been satisfied. So the unique solution case, we will have a graph which will intersect each other at a point, and that point will be considered as the solution of the two pair of the linear equation. Now coming to the case number 2, graphs of equations having infinitely many solutions. Now I am going to take one example here. Solve graphically the system of linear equations 3x minus y equal to 2, 9x minus 3y equal to 6. Now coming to the table part, I take up the first equation 3x minus y equal to 2. If I make y as a subject, that is y equal to 3x minus 2. On the basis of this, I am going to make the table. If I take the value of x as minus 1, y will be coming as minus 5. X as 0, then y will be minus 2. X as 2, then y will be equal to 4. For the second equation, 9x minus 3y equal to 6. When I make y as a subject, then y is equal to coming as 9x minus 6 divided by 3. And the table will be obtained. If I put the x value as minus 2, y will be minus 8. x1, then y will be 1. x2, then y will be 4. Now once both the tables are ready, we are going to plot the graph, and the graph of this pair of equation will be coming as a unique one, that is, they will both coincide on each other, and that is the case of infinite solution. Now if we come to the conditions, so we take up the equations. a1 is 3, b1 is minus 1, c1 is minus 2, a2 is 9, b2 is minus 3, c2 is minus 6. In the case of infinite solutions, we will having the condition a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Now if you look at the values, each one is going to give me the ratio of 1 by 3. So this is the condition of infinite solution, and if we try to draw the graph of these two equations, then they will be coinciding each other, That means they will give us infinite solutions. Now coming to the case number 3, that is graphs of equation having no solution. Again I am going to take up the example. Solve graphically the system of linear equations 2x minus 3y equal to 5, 6y minus 4x equal to 3. Now if we go for the first equation, that is 2x minus 3y equal to 5, and if I make y as a subject, I am going to get y equal to 2x minus 5 divided by 3. On the basis of that, if I make the table of x and y for the first equation, when I take the value of x as minus 2, y is coming to be minus 3. X as 1, then y is coming to be minus 1. X as 4, then y is coming to be 1. When I go for the next equation, that is 6y minus 4x is equal to 3, and if I make y again subject, that is y equal to 3 plus 4x by 6, then I'm going to get the table here. Now look at this table here. When I took the value of x as minus 3, I'm getting the y in decimals. That's not a big problem. You can get the values of x and y in decimals also. So if I take the value of x as 0, y is coming to be 0.5. X as 3, then y is coming to be 2.5. So from this table we can come to a conclusions that the value of x and y can also come in decimals. That is not a big problem. Now on the basis of both the tables, if we are going to draw the graph of both the equations, then the graph will be very unique. Both the graphs will be parallel to each other. That means they will not cut each other, and that means the pair of equations will have no solutions. Now if we come to the case of no solutions, we take up the coefficients of the two equations. A1 is 2, B1 is minus 3, C1 is minus 5, A2 is minus 4, B2 is 6, C2 is minus 3, and the condition of unique no solution was A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 not equal to C1 by C2. And if we put the values here, look at these two. They are coming to be same, that is 1 by 2, but the third ratio is not equal, and that is the case of a no solution. So when we have a case of no solution and we are going to draw the graph of those equations, then they will give us two parallel lines. That means no solutions. So this is the way we are going to solve the three cases of the graphical method. If we are getting unique solutions, then they will intersect at a particular point. If they are getting infinite solutions, then both the graphs will be overlapping on each other. And if there is no solutions, then both the graphs will be coming parallel to each other. As you have seen, when we are going to draw the table, we have taken three values of x and y. This is the minimum value which should be taken to draw straight lines, and we can take any value of x and y so that we can draw the graph. If you look at the third case in which you got decimals, from this you can also get a clarifications that the values can also come in decimals. So this is how we can solve the linear equation by the graphical method. In the next class, I will be taking up the second method, that is the substitution method, and I will explain you how to solve the equations by the help of the substitution method. So thank you and have a nice day.